How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing pretty nice. If not, then hopefully this day would hopefully make your day a little bit better, or hopefully this stream would make your day a little bit better. How can I already mess up my intro that I usually do whenever I start a hardcore stream? I'm so... God, my brain hurts. I hate it so much. Anyway, might as well like throw some music in the background so I can get myself to think a little bit. But how you doing, by the way? Super Clip, Misty, and Fun and Games. Be careful, that literally said hi and then goodbye within a span of 10 seconds. Thank you very much. And Eden and JT and Cinder, hope you all are doing pretty well. Bacon says, how long have we had this world? Since December 26, 2022, so you can do the math in terms of that. So anyway, we're doing some more hardcore stuff still. We have to finish off a wither skeleton farm that we were in the process of building, and then I wouldn't say we gave up, we just still have like a lot of work we still need to do. We haven't actually set up the grinding platform for the wither skeleton farm, and we also don't have the overworld portion of this farm set up, so skeletons will not actually get into the grinding. Whatever, that's what we're going to be doing for today. Most likely there wouldn't be any like Windcraft related stuff, whatever, because I am tired as frick. And also I don't trust my like brain to like last for like another hour or so. So we're just gonna be basically chilling as much as possible, doing the Minecraft stuff. The game does not want to load, that's a good sign. And we'll also be following the tutorial that 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶 has brought up, or has to like be included. Yeah, we need to include this tutorial, else we'll have no idea what the bloody hell we're gonna be doing for this wither skeleton farm. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get Twitch on my PC so I can watch you from my TV. I mean, if you can probably just watch it from your TV depending on what your TV model is, because there probably is like an app, like a Twitch app for like your TV, but then again, it depends also on what your TV is. Anyway, what a beautiful day to, what a beautiful way to start the day, I know, right? My brain just suddenly dying, not knowing how to like do the intro stuff anymore. It's just, yeah, it's fun. Okay, good chat, 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶 indeed. I mean, 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶 makes some really good tutorials. I mean, it's not the best tutorial stuff I would see, because it's a bit fast-paced, but for basically what it is, it's honestly like a godsend for him to make like a lot of like these very simple like farm tutorials and whatnot. Like pretty much like all of our like farms, or not all of our farms, but most of our like sort of starter farms are based off of like 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶's work, so that's always pretty cool. Alright. Anyway, so we are basically ended off up towards this point of the video, and that is telling us to go to the X and Y coordinates that we've screenshotted of where the portal is that we placed down in the Nether Fortress, because we set up like a nice platform near the Nether Fortress of where the wither skeleton farm would go. So I need to hunt down wherever this bloody screenshot is. Actually, before I do that, maybe I can try and fix this? I don't know if I want the fox boy to be in the way, so I'm just gonna do this. Just cover him up for a little bit, so that way whenever I switch between this view and this view, it looks a little bit more seamless. You see? Looks pretty nice. Okay, screenshot. Where's the portal screenshot? Alright, there it is. So we need to be around... you can actually see the screenshot, like, turn on, like, from the top monitor there. Go to the X and Y Z coordinates that you recorded for the portal in the spawning area. Yeah, that's about right. Maybe I should probably turn on the audio for Ian's, like, narration or commentary about this.
5 to the Y.
Alright, hang on.
Go to the X and Z coordinates that you recorded for the portal in the spawning area.
Yeah.
125 to the Y coordinate, and pillar up so that you can place a glass block with your feet.
125 added to that Y coordinate that you placed down earlier. So we reach up to Y79, unless it counts like the other block? Y79? What? I guess we add 1, so we have like Y80, because, okay. Okay, now my brain's getting slightly confused on where those numbers are supposed to be coming from, because that's definitely not helpful. But anyway, I'm gonna like assume that we need to add a +1 to the number that we added earlier. That's Y80? So yeah, Y80 I believe, unless I'm completely and utterly wrong. I mean, according to the calculations, it seems like Y77 is the highest, but then you add 2 blocks to that? I'm so confused about that. Okay, Y78 plus 125. Huh. My brain is beginning to die trying to understand if the math makes sense or not. I should play my hardcore world again. I've been playing nothing but Doom Eternal, so that's pretty fair. And also Hollow Knight music, I agree. Interesting, fun games. Alright, so I'm gonna go by my numbers and go to like a Y80. That's the number that we had on the maximum level of this this farm. So Y80, and then we just add 125 to that. That's 205. So okay, we just have to match the X and Z coordinates to the position that we need to be. We need to get some of these because that will be very useful for us for building. We probably also would need to grab the glass, the ladders, the trapdoors. Probably bring some of this because who knows, we might actually need it. And probably the obsidian because we're probably gonna build like another portal nearby anyway. That'll be pretty smart. So 2207, so let me just go to the x-axis correctly. So 2207 and 1698. Alright, so 2207 and 1698. And then we're going to be building up towards level Y205. Alright, let's see if that's going to work out pretty alright. 205. What could possibly go wrong while trying to like set up these sort of positions for a wither skeleton farm? I cannot see how this would go horribly wrong whatsoever. Like, would we die? Nah, we're not gonna like immediately die. Maybe, I guess. I mean, then again, I have a totem, so we should be fine. Maybe. Anyway. Go all the way to Y205, and then we can start building the platform for where we can grind all those wither skeletons. So there we go.
Press F3 and G to bring up the grid lines.
Okay, we need to like drop down like an extra block, and that's placed down a glass block. There we go.
You should see the intersection of 4 chunks.
Intersection of 4 chunks. I mean, yeah, we are in the intersection of 4 chunks, I believe, which makes a bit of sense. This is heading towards the east, though.
A couple blocks to the north. This is the center line for your farm, where the golem is located.
Okay. So, where is the... I mean, this should be the placement of where the iron golem is. I think this coordinates over here should be where the iron golem is. We don't necessarily need to mark it down, but I should probably mark it down. So that'll be pretty smart. Should be on, like, these 4 coordinates over here. Alright. I should probably like put down something that will help us like indicate that this is where the iron golem farm is. So there we go. That should be good enough. What else do we need to do? You guys cannot see shite because of like how small the window is. But we indicated where the iron golem farm, or not iron golem farm is, but like where the iron golem is for this farm.
6 in size, so that it's...
Okay, so we got that labeled up. So 1, 2...
6 in size, so that it's centered with the farm.
Or...
I've marked the AFK spot with red stained glass blocks, just for reference, but
okay.
You don't need to do this if...
Okay, so we have to make it like a 6x6 perimeter around this spot over here, so that's great. We'll quickly set that up then. 1, 2, yep, 1, 2. It's basically just like 2 blocks away from like this sort of area here, which makes sense. So we'll set that all up. My world is totemless, so I need to look out while doing anything in the nether. Good luck with that then. If I was doing it, I would have been dead 30 minutes ago. I mean, it depends on how well you sort of treat your safety when it comes to building stuff like this, but at the same time, yeah, I could see probably like people just accidentally dying from like this height for whatever reason, but as long as you're wearing an elytra, you should be usually fine. If the x coordinate is a pillar of your pillar is an odd number, your AFK platform will look like the mirror image of the tutorial. So wait, the x coordinate is an odd number. Yeah, it is an odd number. It would look like the mirror image of the tutorial, which is presumably not this. So I have absolutely no idea if I'm already doing this right or not, so that's a good sign. I mean, should be fine, hopefully, right? There doesn't seem to be any sort of, like, additional, sort of, like, images to worry about. 8, 16, If AP is odd... Oh, for frick's sakes. Like, YouTube, please. Is it 816, it would look a little bit more like that. So that should be fine. Should be pretty much alright when it comes to, like, how this thing is built. Okay, back to this area over here. So the platform's set up.
If you don't want to.
With the platform set up, what do we do next?
4 glass blocks.
2, 3, 4. Yep. So we just build like a thing over here. Instead of putting the ladders over here, we put the ladders over here, I presume. That's the only major difference we have. Alright. 1, 2. This should be the platform for where the wither skeleton should drop down. Okay. Wait, where exactly is that placed down? Is it directly... Okay, it's directly on top of the thing. That makes sense. I think. So... Wait. How the frick did you manage... How did you place it? We placed down a block on top of the thing? Or am I, like, tripping myself off? 1, 2... Okay, it's directly on top. Okay. I was, like, confused by, like, the perspective, thinking that the obsidian is being placed, like, over here, but no, it should be, like, this over here, which makes sense. Alright, put another block over here. Put some of this. Make sure these are all spawn-proofed. That way we can actually use this without dying to something stupid. My safety doesn't come to mind for me. All I can taste is relish. Well, that's a fun thing to deal with in fun games. The elytra is the most dangerous item in the game. If you don't know how to do... sorry. I would agree, as long as you know how to use it correctly. Because other than that, I can see how it can be very deadly, because it can be very deceiving. But usually it's because people don't know about, like, the wacky ways that you can die using the elytra. But if you're able to avoid it, then usually that doesn't become a huge problem. Alright, so we got this sort of setup sword out.
Killing chamber out of glass blocks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, go to the killing chamber area here. Hopefully I can swap out the glass correctly. Where does the glass be placed again? On what block?
Jump down to make the killing chamber out of glass blocks.
Okay, on the middle block again. Just like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. So build like a thing like this.
Add 2 bottom slabs for mobs to stand on, and 2...
Alright. Let's build this sort of casing around through here, as demonstrated by the tutorial. And hopefully everything should be good. I'm gonna hope. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get rid of this. And then we put 2 slabs, I believe, at the bottom of the chamber, as I would remember. Yep. That's what I kind of remember when I was, like, building this on, like, multiple servers and worlds. Because I actually built this in Season 6, but I never really showed it to anybody because I built it, like, while I was, like, playing off-stream. So no one had any clue that I already built, like, a wither skeleton sort of farm. Should have, like, shown it to you guys earlier, but whatever. This is pretty much the same design. One from Guardians, and 8 because of my incredible elytra skills. Amazing super clip. Alright, that should be fine.
Go back to the pillar and add 4 ladders to get back up.
Alright, go back to the pillar and then add 4 ladders to go back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's about it.
Add 2 glass blocks to make a small platform.
Okay, add 2 blocks to build a small
now
platform.
branch out 18 blocks in the other direction and add another portal with slabs on top. This one serves as the entrance and exit for the farm.
Oh, entrance and exit to the farm. I mean, I would not go and enter and exit through that portal if I build it, like, in the nether and stuff like that, because this would be faster to travel from here to here, so I don't know why that would be better to have a portal over there. So I'm going to skip that part.
Block off the back side of it.
Yeah, I pretty much already assumed that this is not going to be as optimal as possible.
Stand inside the frame and...
Alright, stand inside the frame and record the X coordinates, or the coordinates for that.
Z coordinates.
Yeah.
Block off one side of the portal opening with a door and a wall post.
Alright, close this with a door and a wall post, like so. And then I presumably light up the portal, so we can see where we'll land on the overworld. Let's see where we're gonna land off then. Hopefully it's not gonna be like in the middle of a freaking cave, because I swear to God, if the game decides, hey, you should spawn on a cave. Honestly, this is actually better than spawning in a cave, actually. I don't know why I was, like, shocked to see that we basically spawned in what looks to be, our Season 7 spawn location. But anyway, I'll take that. I might as well quickly get some sleep so that way I don't accidentally get killed by mobs, so I'll take that. Get some sleep. Alright. With this portal, shot in, we need to destroy it, I presume. Or actually, like, or just leave it as it is, I guess. Or yeah, we have to destroy it. Alright, destroy the portal. Get the free obsidian that you would get from that, so, you know, that's always going to be pretty helpful. And then we have to do some math about, like, the coordinates of the freaking bloody portal stuff we just got earlier. So we got the new portal location chords, so now we need to do some math in order to, like, figure out the, exact overworld location of this portal. And that's going to be the portal where all the wither skeletons are going to be spawning into, and then into the grinder that it goes. It sounds like I'm, like, doing war crimes with, like, wither skeletons, and yeah, unfortunately this is basically what that is. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. If I can do some quick maths, that'll be great. If the bloody computer can actually allow me to do some quick maths. 2207 times 8 is 17,656 on the x-axis. So I need to... oh my god, I already lost it. So 7,656 on the x-axis. So we can do x like that. That way I can record the coordinates of where we need to build the next portal in the overworld. And the next one we need to reach is 1695 times 8. This number on the z-axis. So it should be somewhere around back here. Oh, it's actually incredibly close to where we need to. That's awfully convenient. I'll take that.
The x and z coordinates that you recorded by 8, and pillar up at this location until your feet are at just one level lower than the y coordinate for the portal at the killing chamber.
Y, okay, 1 minus 1, -1 on the y coordinate of the killing chamber, so 208. Okay, so we have to bridge this area up, or bridge up from here all the way to y level 208, because the platform or the portal that we placed down near the killing chamber is at 209, so... anyway, we're going to be wasting like a stack or two of netherrack just to build this platform, and I'm not going to complain too much about that, honestly. So up we go. Just slowly build up as I figure out where the bloody hell are we. I mean, it's nice snowy biomes, though. Kind of reminds me of a village that we've been to. So I swear to God, if this is like a village that we've been to earlier, or an area that we've been to before, I would not be surprised, actually. But then again, I would be... that'll be convenient. How's the I mean, the building's doing alright. I mean, that's what we're doing right now. Anyway, Alf did the best. I mean, true. Listening to the namesake album, or not a namesake album, or namesake album, but like the namesake track is always nice to listen to. I mean, like, listening... oh my god, I can't speak properly. Having, like, Alpha becoming the sort of credits theme is just super fitting for how Minecraft is. It's just basically the roller coaster of, like music and emotions that you would feel playing through, like, a sandbox game like this. How's your day been? My day's been pretty busy. Got my stomach. My day's been pretty busy, and also pretty tiring. So, I can't really say too much about that.
Press F3 to orient yourself, and bridge out on 10 solid blocks to the south.
Okay, 10 solid blocks to the south. Where's the south? The south is over in this direction. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks to the south. Did I collect my bed? Yeah, I did collect my bed. I swear to God, I'm gonna be, like, paranoid and stuff.
And then add an obsidian block at the end. Build a frame for another portal so to the south.
Wait.
Press
So wait.
F3 to orient yourself and bridge out on 10 solid blocks to the
10
south.
solid blocks, and then at the end we add an
blocks wide on the
obsidian
inside
platform
instead.
that's 3 blocks wide. Or, not obsidian platform. An obsidian nether portal that is 3 blocks wide.
Instead of the usual 2.
Yep.
You don't...
And then just build the portal as usual, which makes sense. Didn't I mess that? Yeah, I messed that up. Bloody hell, the blade snow is going to be starting to like get in the way of this. Alright, there we go. Add this. And yep, that's the 3x3 portal that we have to work on.
So block off the far side of the portal.
Okay, block off the far side of the portal. That way mobs do not fall off on the other side. That makes sense. Can I quickly swap out the thing like so? There we go. So yep, that makes sense. Then we just expand the walls like so, or expand this platform to be exactly like that shown on the tutorial. So we have to make this sort of like wide-ish over here. People are leaving and like entering my bloody yard, or not my yard, like my house after a while. So that's gonna be interesting to deal with in terms of audio. Okay. Then we add that, and then we add this. And frick amount of like bloody blocks to work with. But I guess I can use netherrack for parts of it, I guess.
Place an obsidian block on top of the pillar.
Okay, place down an obsidian block on top of the pillar. Actually, I think we probably overdue in the amount of materials here. So we should probably fix that. Okay, so place an obsidian thing on top of the pillar over here.
Build another portal frame that lines up with the first one on the other side, except for that this one is just 1 level higher in altitude.
Yep, that makes sense. And I fell down. I tried so hard to not fall down, and I already managed to, like, freaking fail to parkour up a single block like that. Holy frick. So good at this game. Alright, then we add some blocks over here, and that should be pretty much good to go. I mean, there's still, like, a few more things we need to add.
Ignite the portal, and go back will automatically go up a block when shoved towards the...
Yeah, so we need to put some slabs on the bottom over here, so that way, when mobs are pushed, it'll go over through the portal.
Ignite the portal, and go back to the lower portal, and place a line of 3 cobwebs, as shown.
Okay, we don't need the 3 portals, or 3 lines of, like, stuff there. Is this... Wait, is the wall supposed to be, like, an important piece? Because I did not catch that we need to put down a stone wall in the back. But yeah, that would be probably helpful, so let me just quickly do that before I forget. There we go. I mean, thanks to 1.18, I believe it looks a little bit more neater. We don't need to use the cobwebs, so that's something that we can't actually, like, ignore for now. So we just have to light up this portal, light up that portal, so that portal is pretty much good. And this should be the portal that we just light up over here.
And then use it to get back to the killing chamber.
And use this to get back to the killing chamber, I believe. Wait, which portal are you talking about? The killing chamber one, or this one over here? Yeah, hopefully this is the right.
Start working
yeah,
until
hopefully.
You drop down to the
Hopefully this is the right one. I swear to God.
Too far away. Once you get into position to activate the farm,
yeah, there we go.
For the overworld bridge to fill up.
Yep, that should be pretty much it. And theoretically, this should be pretty much all we need to finish off for the farm. And it should start, like, giving us, like, wither skeletons now. We can actually, like, see a little bit below if there's going to be, like, some wither skeletons coming in or not. But I don't know if that's going to be rendered in distance or not. But in theory, this should work. Hopefully. If everything works pretty well, we can destroy this netherrack sort of pole here, or column. And, yeah, see how things would go. It takes a few minutes, though, for the... But you can see over there, you can see some wither skeletons being detected and some blazes being annoying. But it is clearly working. We can see, like, wither skeletons being attracted to the iron golem. But it does take a while for the wither skeletons to come through the portal, through that, like, platform chamber that we saw earlier, and into here. So we'll just have to wait a while. Anyway, alpha is the entire sorting music of how life is. I mean, I guess in Minecraft, I wouldn't say, like, in general for life, But, like, as an adventurer in Minecraft, I can definitely see that how that could be related. Wither skeleton death, let's see how that would work. If it works successfully, then it should be fine. Unless there's something that I missed out in terms of, like, constructing the thing. But I've seen some wither skeletons go through. The only thing we have to deal with is the blazes and the raids of piglins. But then again, piglins should be attracted to the turtle eggs that we placed down earlier. So we'll just have to see how things would go in like a few more minutes. Real life, these sort of like soft piano tracks. Anyway, have you updated to 1.20? No. There we go. Wither skeletons are coming in. It only took like less than 3 minutes, I think. Holy frick. But yeah, we haven't updated 1.20 yet. Because a lot of our fabric or quilt mods that we have not yet updated to 1.20. So, until they get fully updated, which should be hopefully by the end of July at the best, then we'll just have to see. But for now, we're on 1.19.4. And I'm not in a big rush to, like, update unless something very critical would happen. But as you can see, the Wither Skeleton farm is beginning to work. It does take a while, but at the same time, it's giving us a lot of wither skeletons, actually. That's actually quite a lot of wither skeletons. Oh god, it's actually beginning to flood in. Alright. Time to smack all of them. How the frick is this not, like, instantly killing all of them? I have, like, a 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶 sword. But then again, I don't have sweeping edge, so that could probably explain it. Meow, 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 meow. Give me a wither skull head. Give me a wither skull head. Even after all this, we only get one wither skull head out of, like, grinding all those wither skeletons. Are you kidding me? But anyway, we never need to worry about, like, dangerously flying through a nether fortress to get bones and coal and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Just make lots of netherite before you update. I mean, I know about, like, the smithing table sort of things. The only thing that would, be affected would be the upgrades to, like, diamond armor to netherite armor. Getting netherite is still going to be the same as it is, but if you have to upgrade tools and whatnot, you would need the smithing tablets. And in my opinion, I should honestly just withhold getting more netherite, because that would incur, like, that would result of us having to generate new chunks and lots of, like, areas that we don't want to, like, because the only way you can get those netherite upgrade smithing tablets is to find, like, a non-generated sort of bastion of some kind, I believe. Yeah. So ideally, we don't want to travel or go mining or whatsoever until 1.20 arrives, and that way we can get the smithing tablets. And since we can easily grind through diamonds, because from my experience, if you just simply excavate like an entire chunk area, you'll get more than enough diamonds that you would ever need for upgrading like netherite tools and whatnot. We'll be fine. Like, yeah, I honestly am not really like caring whatsoever with like the cost of diamonds and whatnot for like the netherite upgrades. It gives late game diamonds an actual purpose instead of being, I don't know, stuck inside like our inventories for God knows how long. So I'm not in a rush or any sort of like concern about it being restricted like that, because honestly, like, the way that you can easily upgrade to netherite is kind of stupid in some ways. So having a little bit of extra like barriers behind that would honestly make it much more, you know, worthwhile to sort of get netherite and also keep netherite as well, because you don't want just some random person getting netherite out of nowhere. It's better to have like people that actually have gone through all the traveling in the nether and all that stuff and having that experience be able to get netherite. Whereas right now it's just basically, oh, I get netherite ingot, I can smack it on top of any diamond armor I have. Easy. Like, it's really kind of stupid after a while. Anyway, 4 wither skeleton skulls, so that's pretty good. At least we're able to get some pretty good, like, rates from that. I should probably, like, go down and quickly dump all of the materials that we don't need for building this, because this is pretty much good. But anyway, I hope you're doing pretty nice so far, 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶 and 𝗏. Hope you all are doing pretty nice, by the way, mate. Hope you all are doing okay. Okay, let's throw in all the stuff that we don't really need. We also need to get rid of the netherrack pillar that looks kind of ugly as frick, and I probably would replace this with like a beacon. God, my stomach. A beacon of some kind to make this a little bit more prettier. Because, yeah, this just doesn't look great. I'm not a big fan of this sort of, like, pillar. So, we'll probably fix that real quick before we forget about it. Anyway, just stay put with our skeletons. Just stay put and just be chill for a bit, okay? I mean, I'll kill you all and end your suffering later on, but you guys just chill. That's a lot of swords. That's a lot of stone swords, Jesus Christ. That's kind of horrifying the more I think about it. Anyway, pretty much everything is operational for our wither skeleton farm, so all we need to do now is just do the wither skeleton sort of thing, I guess. Alright. Let's also grab that last piece of ladder, throw that over there, put some stuff over there, and probably restock on fireworks before I forget to do that, and then get to work. We can put that over there for now, that should be fine. Yep, that seems to be pretty much good. Throw that over there. And probably just put this together so that way I know I need to collect these at some point. Could I make a beacon around through here before I like get going? I could be able to make a beacon, I think. Let me see if I can try and fit one. It can be like a fully maxed out beacon, so we're not going to get any sort of like insane like debuffs or whatever like that, but it will be like somewhat of like a noticeable one that we can like see from afar. Like how far can we make this without it becoming very obtrusive? Actually, can we make a full-size one? Oh, we actually can make a full-size one. Never mind. Okay, we can easily make one like that. So let's quickly do that before we lose our sanity because of this. Get rid of all those bones. We don't really need bones anymore, so that's pretty good. Alright, get that all sorted out. And we're going to set up a nice sort of beacon over here. Should I color the, I don't know if I want to color the sort of, like, beacon light into any other color except white, I guess, because I don't really have any good reason for having to make it that decorative. So it should be fine anyway. Anyway, anyone interested in a guy taking... I honestly have... I mean, honestly, there's probably, like, a niche of people, like, making, like, YouTube stuff or live streaming stuff, just doing nothing but cleaning and whatever. And I can understand how it might be pretty interesting or appealing, honestly. Because that could be, like, a sort of, like, thing that you might enjoy playing in the background or not. I mean, actively watching it, I don't know how you're going to survive watching through hours of someone cleaning up something, but for leaving it in the background and whatnot, I can see the vibe in that. Green, dark green is a superior color. In the nether, though, ideally I don't want something that is very dark, or like a dark color for like the nether. If it's like in the overworld, then sure, but I don't think dark green in the nether would be an ideal color choice, unfortunately. So I think I'll just pass on that. I'm gonna steal some more glass because I need to make sure this area is somewhat spawn-proofed, just to make sure that mobs do not accidentally spawn on top of this area over here. But by the looks of it, I do not have enough glass to cover this up. So that's a bit annoying. Well, actually, let me try and use iron bars. I'm not too sure if iron bars are fully like sort of like, okay, never mind. That's not going to fully cover up the areas that we still need to spawn proof, so we'll just ignore that. So I'm just going to go with the next best alternative, and that is turning this into iron trapdoors, which are proven to like help spawn proof like a lot of things. So you know what? I'll take that. Let's just throw in some iron trapdoors and see what happens. And light green, I'm not too sure really. Alright. I love watching metal restoration videos. They never bore me. I mean, yeah, metal restoration actually is pretty pog, considering that you have to frick me, my brain is dying right now, so I can't even put words into like proper sentences and whatnot. But like, yeah, having to like remove oxidation and stuff like that from like certain metals is actually a surprisingly satisfying process. All right, there we go. an actually fully functioning beacon, which is honestly incredible. So we can throw in strength and regen, just both of those, because that can just be fine. And we can just keep it to level 1 anyway. We don't want anything that's too overly powerful. But yeah, that should be pretty much it for all of our work that we need to do for the Wither Skeleton farm. So I guess the rest of the stream for today, up until like the 1 hour mark, I kind of want to like end the stream a little bit early today for the sake that I have an early... I have shears inside over here. Did I just waste my... Okay, whatever. I have to like end the stream a bit early, like say like an hour like into the stream or whatnot, for the sake that I need to wake up pretty damn early in the morning. Otherwise, I'll be kind of screwed for like a lot of work-related stuff I need to do. So, anyway, green is a complementary color of red, or light blue for pale red. So, I guess that makes sense. But at the same time, it's kind of alright with just having it just completely white and stuff like that. It kind of fits in with the white, actually. The white kind of fits in with like the Soul Valley or Soul Sand Valley sort of mood lighting or biome lighting. Mood lighting? Biome lighting? Not too sure what's the right vocabulary, but yeah. It kind of fits a little bit more better here. Anyway, another big advantage of having a Wither Skeleton farm like this is that you're able to get like a very useful like fuel resource, which is of course coal. So we can make tons and tons of like coal blocks for us to like use for, I don't know, smelting related stuff like sand, more sand, probably even more sand and food, but most likely sand. So that could work out pretty damn well. Anyway, Wither Skeletons are slowly coming in. Keyword slowly, because they're taking their sweet time when it comes arriving to our place here. And all we have to do is just do the bonk. I don't have sweeping edge on this sword, so it does take quite a while for them to die, which is a bit of an annoyance. But at the same time, at least we will not run out of like things to hit. And technically, this is also an XP farm. I mean, any sort of mob grinder is technically an XP farm. So we can easily like just repair. I mean, it's not easy to repair tools. The rates are terrible. Like the speed of like how to repair your weapons is absolutely terrible. But for just like idling while just collecting resources from a mob farm, it can work pretty well. It's like a sort of like a slower rate sort of XP farm. But again, not very fast. I wouldn't replace my Enderman farm for this. All right. Why is a Blaze here? When the heck did a Blaze decide to come in? Get out of here, Blaze. You're not supposed to be part of the family. It actually amazes me. How the bloody hell did they manage to, like, push a Blaze through here? Okay, anyway. Continuing on. Dude has his entire lawnmower in pieces, which I guess makes sense when you're trying to clean something. Also, what day are we on right now? You can take a look at the bottom right. Currently on day 619. Alright. Let me just quickly pick up like all the materials here. If the rates start to go down a little bit, a good thing you can do is just like head towards like an area over here and just jump a little bit. And that would help to like sort of fix up a little bit of the rates with the farm, because sometimes some mobs just add to like the mob cap annoyingly like these blazes here. So just jumping up a little bit would just help to remove them from like the spawning sphere. Alright. Just don't mind me quickly collecting even more and more Wither Skulls and coal, I guess. I mean, at least we're getting some nice amounts of like Wither Skulls. Better than having to like go through this fortress manually and stuff like that and deal with a crap ton of blazes and whatnot. Not to say that we don't also get like blaze rods as well, so we can easily get some if we want to do that. Alright. In you go. So far this seems to be pretty much fully repaired. So we can just throw this back over here, I guess. yeah, making pretty good progress on, like, getting more Wither Skulls. How the frick is, like, this farm giving me better rates than me having to do this, like, manually in the Nether Fortress? God freaking dang it. After getting every single advancement, which is quite a lot, and getting the right items, what do you do next? I mean, in terms of Minecraft, considering that it is a sandbox game, you can pretty much build whatever you want. Of course, within the limits of the physics of Minecraft. But honestly, there's a lot of, like, creative things you can probably do in survival in Minecraft and all that stuff. So it's really just, like, putting how much time, pretty much, like, just... How do I articulate this? It's really just down to how much time you have on, like, your free time and, like, how much time you're willing to put into, like, playing Minecraft in order to, like, get some stuff done after going through all the advancements and whatnot. Because pretty much it's a game where creativity is able to be expressed very well. But if you don't have, like, a lot of, like, ideas or creativity to, like, express, it does get kind of boring and hard for you to find stuff to do in, like, the late game. So it's really just down to how things are. Anyway, my brain always gets bored after the grind is over, which I guess makes sense for, like, a repetitive or routine sort of brain mindset. But yeah, often or not, I would always find that, like, if I want to, like, not get bored and keep going with that grind, I just work on a very, like, large-ass project, and around 80 or 90% of the time that usually fixes that sort of boredom a little bit. But your mileage may vary. Alright. Hopefully we can get some more Wither Skeleton rates, maybe? If they can slowly, like, start piling in again. There we go. It does take a while for them to, like, spawn in or, like, gather up again, but it does work pretty well. I mean, it also brings in blazes, which is a bit annoying, but at the same time, hey, at least you get, like, free blaze rods for every Wither Skeleton or batch of Wither Skeletons you kill. So, hey, that's pretty cool. When you update on 1.20, I'm not going to go and get every single trim of armor. Not because I don't want to, but really it's because, like, it's not really... The purpose of, like, getting every single trim is not really because it's... I mean, if you're a collector, then sure, but then again, that's more or less something that discs or music discs are better used for. But for trims, it's better for, like, just selecting what you want for customizability. And honestly, any of the rare... or, like, the very rare types of, like, trims are not really the trims that I would often get anyway. I would just go for, like, a different set of, like, trims that I would personally want to add to my armor. Like, if I want to flex, then sure, but at the same time, it's just not really worth it. There's grinds that make sense, and there's grinds that don't really make sense. Like, it's good to grind resources, but if you're trying to do that to make, say, like, netherite beacon, it's just a waste of time. I kind of like to do, like, grind or, like, collections that just make sense because they're, like, made to be collected. But for, like, trims, it's a decoration item. If you want to, like, get every single, like, trim set, then sure, but at the same time, it's just... Yeah, it's honestly just a customization item in the first place. And plus, once you find, like, one trim set, that's basically all you would ever need. It's not gonna be, like, gone forever and stuff like that. You can always duplicate it. So, yeah, it's pretty much just, like, get one thing from each place and whatnot, and that's basically it. Not to say that it's bad, though. Alright, any more messages I missed here? How you doing, by the way, 4K Specialist and Walks again. Hope you're all doing okay. Let me just destroy these blazes here. I don't know why they're still in the bloody way to this very day. Alright. Anyway, found this cheater. Interesting. Anyway, I don't really know exactly why would you need to bring them up, but anyway, that's always pretty interesting to see. Good to know that there's still people that are able to, like, exploit Roblox to this very day. It's almost as if most anti-cheats do not bloody work. Alright, anyway. So just keep going and vibe around through here. Kill off all these leftover wither skeletons. Is it just me or the raids are becoming much more slower again? I swear to bloody god, if so far like the mob cap is getting completely saturated because of this one wither skeleton farm, I'm gonna be so freaking I mean, I would be annoyed, but then again, I couldn't blame the game for that. Pretty much how it's designed, unfortunately. All right, there we go. All right. So we just need to refresh the trades a little bit, or like the spawn rates a small bit, and that should be good. Yeah, rates are getting a little bit slower. There probably is like a few like blazes that were a bit annoying earlier, so we'll try and see if we can despawn them a small bit. But usually that is the case for like the most part. The rates start to like dwindle after a few minutes of like grinding, and then you just have to make sure that you refresh the rates over and over again. I mean, there's ways to make it a lot more faster though, but it does require you to bring in wolves. And I mean, it is possible to bring wolves and whatnot to the nether and set them up for this wither skeleton farm, but it's going to be really annoying. Alright. Alright, let's just wait for more of these wither skeletons to go down through here. I have no idea what Fun Games is trying to look at right now, and I honestly do not care. Honestly, that's why I'm also being very selective on some of the messages. It's just that I don't really want to initiate some more conversations from here. Okay. Oh yeah, everything seems to be pretty much chill. Wow. Why am I making like cat sounds? That's how I usually talk to my cat. She's probably still sleeping to this very day. There are lots of farms that use one of the slower ones, because all the faster ones involve having to spawn-proof the frick out of this bloody nether fortress that you're trying to work with, which would be deadlier, because blazes, more time-intensive, and the rates are honestly not substantial to justify all that work. Like, with the rates that we have right now, sure, it's slow, but like, it's more than adequate that you would ever need for like a wither skeleton farm. Compare that to like the wither skeleton farm used in Phil's world at Nether Void. Yeah, Nether Void. Whereas basically like he's able to get like extremely fast as rates with wither skeletons. He doesn't go there every single day or whatnot, or even weekly or monthly, because he basically is able to get all the wither skulls he needs like in a single sitting, because it's that fast. If you need like 500 stacks of wither skulls, there you go. One day. Here's all your wither skulls you would need for your hardcore world. So it's just kind of like, I don't want to build something that's overkill, and this farm works perfectly fine. Is it slow? Yeah, but is it just is it just good enough for what it is? Yeah. It's not the worst thing you could do in this world, honestly. So that's often something that's better than that. All right. Break all this, or like kill off. Why do I say break all this? Like just kill off all the skeletons that's still just some spawning in over here. And we just wait a little bit for like more skeletons to drop in. Damn it! I really would need some more water or something to drink after this stream. My throat is having a nice sort of like oily fit. Alright, you do whatever you want to do then, I guess, Fun Games. Alright. Bonk. And bonk. Bonk. We're slowly reaching up to like level 60, Jesus. So that's pretty amazing to see. We do some jumps over here just to make sure we despawn some unwanted mobs from the Nether Fortress. And it should be pretty much good for rates after a while. There would need to be a better way of like being able to force more wither skeletons to join in, but at the same time, our current system is again adequate enough. Farming the jump stat, true. We're just grinding the jump stat, just adding more jumps to like the jump stats. Out of curiosity, how many jumps have we actually made? 100,481 jumps. That's close to being exact, but that's pretty funny how it's almost that close to being that exact. Jesus. We jumped 100,000 times. I pressed the space bar 100,000 times. Jesus Christ. That's actually kind of horrifying. I wonder how much are we going to be able to pad those stats by just being in this wither skeleton farm. Because I have no idea. Alright. Kill more of these guys. I would say that even with looting 3 Smite Sword, the rates for like getting wither skulls in general from like wither skeletons are still ridiculously low. I mean, then again, they are supposed to be rare, but at the same time, it also is like with the amount of wither skeletons we're getting, it feels still that we're not getting as much wither skulls as we would want. And that's after like getting all these like wither skeletons to go down through here, because we have gone through like a lot of wither skeletons. Alright, come on down, Blaze. I don't know why you want to be here, but I can happily destroy you. I just use farms that are using Shulkercraft, which, yeah, makes sense. Often they're pretty good, but then again, it also depends on which one they recommend. Because some of them are better in like certain circumstances, while others are not. So it's really just down to like what best fits. Alright, there we go. And now we just wait a small bit for everyone to like slowly come back in. I would need to start like crafting like coal blocks out of these all this stacks of coal eventually. But yeah, it's gonna take a bit of a while for that until that's gonna happen. How blazes are still fitting into the bloody area here? What the hell? Alright. And they're still trying to vibe over here. Are they trying to... Is this blaze actively trying to, like, block all of my bloody, like, wither skeletons? Are you kidding me? Really? You really want to do this to me? Twitch is now on my TV. Goodbye, mobile. Fair enough, I guess. Alright, there we go. I wouldn't say that all of Shulkercraft's farms are hyper fast and huge. And I know that because I watched a lot of Shulkercraft stuff. There's also like a lot of basic farms that aren't really hyper fast and huge in general. But for like a lot of their survival craft series, they kinda are hyper fast and huge, but also kinda not really something that you would normally build really when it comes to a normal survival world. Alright, anyway. So far so good for how things are going. Yeah, obviously Shulkercraft, like, isn't really original when it comes to, like, a lot of, like, their farm designs. But unlike a lot of other creators that I've seen, they don't just pretend that they own those farms. They always, at least attribute the designs to said farms. But often their tutorials are pretty better to like go through compared to others. So at least they have the audacity to attribute designs compared to some others. So yeah, I would give Shulkercraft credit for that. Alright, anyway. And now we just wait a little bit longer. How much? Okay, so we got 26 wither skulls. I honestly don't think we really need a crap ton, but for the sake of, like, for our, airspace project that we're working on in the nether, around, like, where our spawn region is, we probably would need, like, a good supply of, like beacons and, like, wither skulls as a result of that. So we might want to stay a little bit more until, like, a few more minutes past, like, the 1 hour mark of the stream. But yeah, after like a few minutes, I'll probably would end the stream from there and then get some rest. Because I desperately would need to get some rest and finish some more work. Alright. 2 wither skulls in a row, which is pretty nice to see. Alright, come on. Where do you keep coming from? Like, where are these blazes suddenly coming from? Alright, fine, I'll try and kill you as well. There you go. Anyway, weird flex, but okay, Dart. There we go. And so far, things are looking pretty alright, and so far more blazes have arrived. There should honestly just be a nether fortress, sort of like, farm, this should just be called a nether fortress farm that's filtered mainly to have, like, wither skeletons instead of just being like a wither skeleton farm. Because at the same time, these blazes really like to push themselves into the portal. But then again, I wouldn't really blame the design for that. Alright, there we go. Kill off even more of these guys. Just need to wait a little bit more, just to wait for these rays to climb back up again. Just jump a little bit so that way we can despawn a little bit of the mobs down there. Go. These rates with wither skeleton skulls are looking pretty good. I don't know if, like, sitting on 2% battery is like a flex or not. You're just basically like saying out loud or bragging out loud that you don't charge your phone even if it's like crying out loud to you. Alright, anyway. Let's go and sort that out. I'm gonna quickly like get all these coal stuff into coal blocks before I forget about that. That'll be pretty important to have these all sorted out into coal blocks. Let's make sure we have enough filter coal so that way I don't accidentally pick up a lot of the unwanted stuff that's like piled up over here. And we'll just keep going for a few more minutes. I'm gonna try and aim to get like 36 wither skulls in total. That way we have like up to like yeah, 12 beacons that we can make out of like those wither skulls, so that's probably more than we would need for completing the Project Airspace project or whatnot. But then again, I could also just come back here, get some more wither skulls if I want. Anyway, all right, there we go. Still some more coal. Still some more coal. There's a lot of bones and like stone swords here. I'll eventually would need to like get a sort of filter or some sort of like a lava dispenser sort of thing, so that way we can easily burn off all these items around through here. Since wither skeletons are immune to fire, it'll be pretty easy to like just dump in like lava to just clear this area out, and then have like the skeletons not be harmed by it. I mean, then again, most like nether mobs are just going to be immune to fire and lava anyway, so it's not really just like a trait that wither skeletons have. Alright. I think that's pretty much it we can get from like the rest of this farm. Got to 36 skeletons, or not 36 skeletons, 36 skulls, and everything looks to be pretty much doing alright. So now we'll just quickly go back to our spawn region. And we'll probably start off like next week doing our hardcore storage stream again. I guess I mean I'll be trying like do some like stuff hopefully off stream in terms of like beginning to excavate some bedrock from like the bedrock ceiling and stuff like that, since we have like all the materials that we need now. But in terms of like streams and stuff like that, I guess it's just gonna be like daily. Not daily, but like weekly errands that we still need to like deal with in terms of like the spawn region and stuff like that. I really don't want to like keep doing like a lot of grindy stuff on stream, so I'll just probably focus on just doing some like chat interactions or like sort of what's the right word? Just errands. Just basically like hardcore errands, such as like fixing up the farms and like upgrading the storage areas, so that way I don't lose my mind from all that. Is it off-camera mining? No, not really, because every single week I'll be showing the progress anyway. So it's not really going to be off-camera mining anyway, it's all going to be recorded. The problem is that it's probably not going to be put into a video until like sometime later in the future. So there's going to be like a lot of evidence to say that I did really do all this work. It's just that it's very grindy and boring for you guys to watch like on stream, to the point where it's just not really worth like streaming it like whatsoever. So I'll record it. I don't know why people would often excuse themselves not recording it, because unless you don't have a lot of hard drive space, then it's just not really much of a good excuse. Alright, anyway. Go around through here. Go back to the spawn region. Do I actually have my fuel shulker box around here? I do. Why do I have so much like coal here? Or like non-like coal blocks over here? Oh well. At least we have like 3 stacks of coal blocks ready to go. So if we ever need to like smelt some stuff, at least we will be able to do that. And then last but not least, we can add some more wither skeleton skulls over there, so that way we can get ourselves some more beacons. And yeah, I guess we'll just get to work with like Project Airspace, which involves basically a lot of like bedrock breaking and stuff like that. So to reiterate, we're basically going to be doing the same method that we did breaking bedrock around through here, and that involves having to use like a huge lag spike in order to clear out like a lot of like not netherrack, bedrock at the same time, which is efficient but also very precise as well, which can be finicky and wacky in some ways. So that will be hopefully my sort of like goal for what I want to do like off stream, is just to hopefully get some progress done on the bedrock breaking of some kind, and then see where we can go from there. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get some rest so that way I don't like lose more of my brain cells. If you want to see more of these wacky streams, I highly recommend you join the Very Wacky Discord server, so that way you get notified immediately of when the next stream goes live at some point, I guess. And I'll yeah, see you guys in another stream then. If you guys are watching this, then yeah, join the Wacky Discord server. If you're watching this from the VOD channel, join the Wacky Discord server, or else your Minecraft kneecaps are going to be destroyed. And I mean that in the most sincere place. Anyway, join the Wacky Discord server. I can't speak anymore.